give everybody just a second. Okay. Hi, I'm Chris Hoyt, president of CareerXroads. I'm excited to be live streaming our third quarterly community update to share how our professional talent community is successfully evolving and growing forward. As my business partner, Jerry Crispin, the founder of CXR, as Jerry and I connect and talk frequently on how our community continues to grow and our members mature in their careers, I'm reminded of a quote that I'd once read from civil rights activist Cesar Chavez. We cannot seek achievement for ourselves and forget about progress and prosperity for our community. Our ambitions must be broad enough to include the aspirations and needs of others for their sakes and for our own. So in essence, we are successful when we go forward together. I think about this from time to time because we put so much heart and passion into the work that we do at CareerXroads for just that reason. We're emphatic about the success of our members and our industry. And that's why we take calls at all hours from leaders who need help, advice, connections to colleagues, or sometimes just to unload. That's why for 25 years, there have been no out of bounds questions and no wrong answers. We're proud to continue to be a community of TA professionals that give a damn about each other. So let's talk about a few of the things that have happened in just the last few months by the numbers. We continue to have an incredibly diverse membership base of nearly 130 companies and brands, with the largest majority of our member companies having over 10,000 employees. And in non-pandemic years, our members hire anywhere between 2,000 and 250,000 employees a year each. From a membership growth standpoint this quarter, we've welcomed 3 new companies to CareerXroads and 1 returning customer after taking a timeout during the height of the pandemic. Now, for the community at large, we now sit at 4,739 community members. That's about 23 new talent acquisition members per week since our last quarterly review, all signing in and asking for help, providing assistance, coaching, or mentoring to one another. Now, as of this morning, we have roughly 500 open discussions in our boards and almost 900 responses from the community. Last quarter, we launched an engagement system within our community site that actually rewarded various activities. Now, we had a few hurdles and even decided to completely scrap and rebuild the delivery from scratch. And now it's working great. The new leaderboard will actually show you who the top 10 most engaged and helpful community members are each month, as well as who the top 50 community members are of all time. Now, I'm pleased to give a fun shout out to Grant Clough. He's a talent acquisition leader newly at Cherry Beckert. Mary Brogan, who is the global head of talent at Marsh McLennan, that's MMC. And Mark Cochran, who is the TA and global COE leader at Train Technology. I gave you a promotion there, Mark. Technologies for these are the top 3 community leaders now, or community members now. And the first to reach the level of what we're calling astonishing community achiever. Now, I happen to be the first to have reached community vigilante yesterday, but I might have a little bit of an unfair advantage. So far, this is really kind of a fun and engaging tool to allow colleagues to sort of connect directly with active peers, send a message, or even do skills and research matching within the platform to one another. So we have had some asking how various community and meeting coins or points are earned, and we're leaving that up to each of you to sort of discover for now. I will give you one hint. Go in, update your profiles and your images to sort of kick that off. But in the meantime, know that we have some very cool additions and surprises up our sleeves for the remainder of the year. From a meetings perspective, our meetings continue to thrive online, although we are very much looking forward to seeing each other in person again. But year to date, we have conducted over 60 virtual meetings with topics ranging from analytics to campus recruiting to branding and marketing to candidate experience, just to name a few. Now, these include completely interactive sessions and some with upwards of 70 companies participating. They include open discussion panels, one-on-one interviews, and of course more. Our leadership meetings this year have incorporated guest speakers and leaders from around the world. And I'm really pleased to say that some of our sort of out-of-the-box presentation topics have been pretty well received. And we're actually pretty excited about one that's coming up that is very out of the box that we're looking forward to. So anyway, you may remember in the last quarterly update, I actually mentioned we were working on a shift in how meetings would be conducted in 2022. And yesterday, we actually took a step towards that in our analytics meeting. Now, the feedback so far has been incredibly positive, and we're pretty pumped about what that actually could mean for everyone next year. So continue to stay tuned. From a research standpoint, we continue to very mindfully update and release some of our previous members' content, so members only content, to non-members based on the publication dates. You will see more of that in the coming weeks and on the website and various social channels as we move through that. But I am excited to share we're taking a new and more nimble approach to taking research requests from our members and in turning out the results. So an example of that is the new recruiter compensation survey that we launched literally just 2.5 days ago, and we already have almost 300 responses collected. We can now deliver those report results within just 24 hours of closing a collection survey. You can keep an eye on the research portion of the site for more updates on how those are actually delivered. Members, however, can get a sneak peek of that in yesterday's addition to our CXR library that came out of the analytics meeting, by the way. So you can take a look in there and kind of get a sneak peek of what we're working on. From a vendor directory standpoint, many know that we are now in our second full quarter of delivering enhanced vendor profiles. Our member-driven database did consist of almost 500 products and vendors. Now, we took a hard look through that system this quarter, and due to mergers, acquisitions, buyouts, implosions, cleaning up that database puts us now at about a healthy 419. And it should also be called out, this is not an exhaustive list of all of the solution providers in our space. It is, however, a list of what our members are actually using. We do continue to enjoy a very strong partnership on this front with Madeline Loreno of Aptitude Research. She's done a wonderful job of delivering an in-depth third-party and objective overview for companies who are interested in investing in those enhanced profiles. The write-ups that she is putting together include an overview of the company, security protocols, diversity makeup, its roadmap. It includes downloadable research, multimedia news streams, and more. At about $2,500 per company, right, per vendor, it's actually proving to be pretty popular. It is priced so low because it's not really designed or delivered as a revenue stream for us. It just literally covers the cost of the work to get those things up and, of course, published for everyone. Now, as a reminder, while the write-up will be public-facing, right, to anybody, the over 4,000 member ratings and reviews will continue to be visible and accessible only to our active and logged in CareerXroads members. Let's see. Self-service account management was delivered successfully to our members. It does continue to be a great way for teams to manage their own memberships, but automation that we have recently implemented is certainly helping. I'd say effective just 2 weeks ago, when a team member under any of our leaders joins the site, they are automatically given access to all cohort membership groups and delivered an email notification when conversations are actually started in the forums. Now, they are not, however, subscribed to the entire conversation, but they do get a prompt to enable that if they'd like to participate or hear more. A new campaign to help members learn more about how to manage alerts and updates is in development and should roll out, I imagine, in just a couple of weeks. We do continue to invest in our fun and oh-so-informative podcasts. Believe it or not, we have published 169 podcasts this year. And while we've previously segmented and sort of called out some pretty incredible topics and focuses, such as Moments That Matter, our expertise segments, Have You Met, and then a couple of others, we're actually going to consolidate them into a slightly new single format and delivery soon. But not to worry, Jerry and I have our Uncorked series, where we enjoy, of course, a glass or bottle or two of something with a senior leader. Those will remain separated. We did start meeting recaps. These are the sessions where we actually select participants to join us right after a members-only meeting to share live what they've learned or any aha moments from that meeting. Now, these will continue to be part of the podcast lineup, as well as some new leadership interview segments that I'm pleased to say already have nearly a dozen leaders lined up for one-on-one interviews. You can still find the podcasts on Amazon Music, iTunes, Google, Spotify, or all of them, anywhere you want to subscribe. Just go to cxr.org/podcast. You're going to find the sessions displayed. They're on the site, as well as just about any subscribe button that you can think of. Just launched last month is the return and redelivery of recruiting jobs, that feature function that we used to deliver in CareerXroads. It's a reimagining and a redelivery of that. Our new page that can now be found at cxr.org/jobs houses all recruiting roles from over 130, right about 130 companies that Jerry and myself have personally selected. These are strong global organizations, and yes, they consist of a mix of current CXR members, alumni, and of course other organizations that we're connected with pretty frequently. Now, as of this morning, there were almost 1,000 recruiting jobs there, and with the click of a few buttons, you can easily see how many are fully remote or even internships. The platform is actually updated twice a day and allows for search and filtering on other things like locations, skills, roles, and even industries. It is free to use and even allows for sorting and searching by companies. So what's kind of interesting to call out is that each click to apply will take the user directly into the company system to apply. These are not scraped from ZipRecruiter or Indeed feeds. We have worked and continue to work directly with the companies that are actually listed there. I'm really proud to announce that as of this moment, we can now work directly with those organizations that are interested and connect the dots on the source of hire within their systems and our jobs page. You're hearing it here first, but we'll be reaching out directly to them in the coming days to let them know that if they'd like to set that up. It is a snap for 90% of the ATSs, I think 100% of what we're using, but 90% of the ATSs that are out there. So that's sort of what we've been working on in the last number of months and some of the numbers. From a Tomorrowland standpoint, I'm excited to share that our mobile app is expected to be submitted to the Apple and Google stores this week. A full features list now includes member profiles, social groups, forum discussions, member connections, private and group messaging, user invites, notifications, network search, live community activity feeds, file sharing, mobile learning, and a couple of other things that I'm probably not remembering. Our team is working, and we're super excited to get that out there, but sort of in the same vein as from a mobile learning standpoint, our team is working on some pretty basic coursework for the membership body that will educate new and existing members on the best way to take full advantage of their membership. Now, this is something that leaders have sort of been asking us for some time, and it's going to include things like how to connect with colleagues within the network, right, within the community, learning to find what they need from hundreds of the videos that we have online in our library, skills matching within the community to become or find a coach or even a mentor. And even, of course, making the most of networking meetings and lots more. CXR is also taking a new approach to content that has yet to start, or actually just started to become visible within our headlines and insights in the last few weeks. You'll see much more content delivered. And we have a number of authors that are excited to contribute and share articles as well. There's even a new newsletter segment ahead, one that will include an outlook on HR technology updates that leaders specifically aren't going to want to miss. Now, I have said this before, and I will most certainly say it again. There is no other community like CareerXroads. What Jerry has founded and what we have evolved into over the last 25 years is something that I know thousands of our members are as proud of as I am. We, the entire team at CareerXroads, is we absolutely love busting our asses every day to lean all the way in for everybody. So whether that's happening within the community site, the future mobile app, our emails on LinkedIn, or thankfully in person again soon, we do continue to enjoy celebrating and lifting up each talent acquisition member everywhere. So thank you to every one of our members and alumni for helping us to make the community and the work we do such a success. Keep requests and ideas coming, because honestly, every single thing we have built or that we move towards is because our membership body, our working family, has actually asked for it. So until our next quarterly community update, I hope to see you online or maybe even in person soon, I hope.